Post podcast. What's up, Mr. Richie? Hey, if you're over on X, say something. Put it in the chat room. Yeah. But little butterfly. God almighty. Well, shit. I hope y'all had a fantastic weekend or a good weekend, whatever the case may be. I hope everything's good. Hope y'all had a happy Monday. I did. But there was something that happened just a little while ago in Baltimore. Yep. We'll get into all the other stuff here momentarily, but anyway, this happened. A cargo ship exploded there in Baltimore. Uh, okay, hang on. I guess there's no audio. There's some guys. I wanted to see what this was all about because there was some guys that were talking and stuff. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Uncle Mom.
Let's call.
There's a tug right behind it, guys.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
We should have not been smoking.
What the fuck just happened? Holy
Crap.
I knew it was a gem.
Jesus, you heard that. We were like, it was an
Ma, you'll never guess what we just got to see.
a boat just exploded right near us.
Yeah,
We heard it. We turn around and there's
Like
smoke
a cargo
everywhere.
ship.
Mayday, mayday.
yeah.
It's going to hit
What
the
the
news
fuck
for
is going
sure.
on, bro? You guys gotta. We should help
Taking
them.
water into whole number.
Well, at least one guy did say we should help them. That's crazy. That is actually that's wild. You know. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that just happened little bit ago, right before we come on. But yeah. All right. So how was everybody's weekend? Yeah, one-legged man in an ass kick. One-legged man in an ass kicking contest, Miss Richie. That is correct. Yeah, yeah, that is correct. So I wish that Joker would just stay right there. I like it like that. I do. Yeah, it's just crazy. All right, so y'all know that someone came to Washington D.C. today. This poor guy. I tell you what, you can't make this shit up. But I'm gonna do something real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna add something in here. Hang on. Well, shit, I gotta get over here and do it. Come on. Let me go back over here just a second. They ain't gonna let me do it. Oh well, yeah, well, hang on. I can get it right here. I got to do this. I just want to do it just for shit. Hang on. Just for shits and giggles. Dude. Really? All right, so let me do it like this. See if it does it. Okay. All right, so see if it does it. I'm just trying something out. Just for y'all, bear with me just a second. Oh, all right, so hang on. Y'all stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I gotta go check something out. But let me see. All right. Maybe it takes a few minutes. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. It's okay. But anyway, all right, back to the real world. All right, so you got Zelensky and all the European leaders that came to Washington D.C. Wow. So are they going to make a deal? Are they? I don't know if they are or not. But Putin's wanting Zelensky to give up some territory. Well, if you go back to when was it? about 11, 12 years ago, somebody gave Kyiv back to Ukraine. Who was president? Well, that was Obama. No doubt about that one. So, yeah. Okay, so uh, are y'all getting what I've been laying down for the last 5 years? Everything goes back to Ukraine. I'm being honest. I'm being direct. There's no other way to say it, folks. You know, everything goes back to Ukraine because who was in office in 2014? It goes back to Obama. Are you connecting the dots yet? I hope that you are, because if you're not connecting the dots, yeah, you listen to the mainstream media too much. So, but yeah, you just gotta be paying attention and stuff. So, and that's why I cover a lot here on this podcast. I do, and it is what it is. Well, I don't want to do that one. Let's see. Hang on. I thought I had it. I do have it, but actually, no. Let me just play this one. This right here is all right. So you got an assistant attorney general. And folks, this happened over the weekend, so this is Monday, so you got to keep up with it. These people think that they are above the law, and what have they been screaming for the last 10 years? 10 years. No one is above the law, right? But they sit there and they use their influence and their power per se, and let let me ask y'all this: if you get pulled over and you're actually a taxpayer, you get pulled over and you don't want to show your license, what happens to you? Mm. If you're say, I don't know, someone, just hypothetical here. If you're law enforcement and you get pulled over and you're doing crazy stuff and you pull, well, I'm an officer. You gotta let me go. Really? But these people think that they're above the law, and they're not. You are the law because they signed a contract with the Constitution. Okay. And I know every state has their own constitution, but that still doesn't make them above the law. Our main constitution is the constitution of all 50 states and some territories. Really? Yeah. That's the way I see it. And that's what well, driving is okay, Miss Ritchie. I'm glad driving is a privilege, not a right. So y'all seen the video of the illegal. Yeah, he's illegal. And I had somebody come into my comments over on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, Gen X underscore unfiltered, uh, get over. So just get on over. And let me see. I mean, I gotta get damn, bro. But anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, there I am. Okay. I got to click it. Oh, well, there I am. Now I'm there. There we go. Yeah, okay. All right, there you go. Instagram only gives you 1 hour. So anyway, all right. So you seen the video. there in California to where a trucker and his friend done a U-turn, which he was not supposed to do, right? Killed 3 people. Yep. Today in Alabama, and I'll have the video for y'all tomorrow. Don't know if it was illegal that was given a CDL. I don't know. But I'll get some more information on that for tomorrow night. But yeah, flipped over. Yeah, there was a bunch of carnage. There was vehicles involved as well. So I hope everybody's okay. Let me see. But the thing about it is, no, Governor Newsom, I started to say Newsom, it's Newsom. He wanted to, they're blaming Trump. How's it Trump's fault? Well, who was president in 2018 when he came? Well, it was Trump. But Trump was trying to do the border deal. The borders are open because the Democrats did not want to close the border. Okay. Wow. So you just had was it illegal? What was it? We just had a crazy person stab a lady like 60 times. Wow. And the judge let him go. Wow, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. No doubt about that one. Wow. Okay. But yeah. Whew. That is batshit crazy. Anyway, all right, so let's get back to this, okay? So this person thinks that she's above the law. Wow. Okay. Now, this is an assistant attorney general there in Rhode Island. And this happened over the weekend. Wow.
I want you to turn your body cam off. Protocol is that you turn it off. If a citizen requests it to turn it off, she's a lawyer.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're gonna
Let's just leave. Let's just make it easy, okay?
We're gonna make it easy.
I am. Okay. I'm her
That's
husband.
not the point. Can you look at me?
Yeah, we'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk?
We'll talk over here. They want you to leave.
Your protocol is.
Can we talk?
Who is she to you?
What's that?
No,
Who is she to
nothing.
you?
Nothing.
She is our college friend.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
You guys just want to know? Do you want them trespass?
Anything we can do. Trespass, yeah. I just need
Trespass, get it
yeah,
out.
please.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Do you want to chat?
I know that your protocol is.
So you're trespassing, we got to leave now. Unless you want to be in there.
We're not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing.
You're not
Number one.
trespassing. What did
Number
I just say
two.
to you? You're trespassing.
Number
Let's go.
one. Number one.
I don't
Number
want to
two.
arrest you guys.
You're not going to arrest us. Number two
So let's
is
leave.
that
We got to go. We got
your
to go.
protocol
Let's
is.
go. Let's
Can we
go.
calm down for 1
protocol
second?
is if we
Yeah.
ask you to
I
turn
don't
the
want
body
to
cam
deal
off.
with this. Let's
Okay.
go.
No.
I understand you don't want to deal with it,
Okay,
but the
let's go.
protocol
But-
is,
but
and your
can-
protocol
can
is
you
if I
relax?
ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and
turn
that's
it
your
off.
protocol.
She's a f***ing lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we got to go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an
What's she
AG.
saying?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
When she said, I'm an AG, he said, good or perfect, whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Rhode Island. Yeah. I got some shit going on. Wow. A lot of shit. Wow. I just I don't get it. I don't understand why like I said, these people think that they can basically throw their nuts in your face and they think that you're gonna get well, it's like they're trying to bully you, you know? Wow. I mean, yeah, okay. You know, so I don't get it. But they will. Miss Richie knows who said this famous quote. They will get away with whatever whatever you let them get away with. And this officer was obviously like, nope, ain't doing it, bro. No period. So yeah. Oh my God. Really? But yeah. But yep. All right, so we're gonna get into the Ukraine stuff here momentarily. But you know, this was actually a high stake deal. Not really, because I don't give two rats shits about Ukraine. I care about the people in all countries, but I don't care about Zelensky or the European leaders. No, that's them, because it's their governments that keep you in your places all entwined. Yeah. Okay. But here's my just a little bit ago, Marco Rubio. He's kind of explaining it, Secretary of State. Yep. But this is I haven't listened to it. I just know I know what it is. But anyway, here we go.
Well, I think the whole thing was a big moment. Unprecedented, really, when you think about all these European leaders came here, 7 that were there and that included the head of NATO and the head of the EU. And they all said the same thing, which is this, you know, after 3 years of sort of deadlock and no talks and no change in circumstances, this is the first time where there seems to be some movement. Now, look, this is a complicated war. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this has been going on for 3.5 years. A lot of people have died. A lot of territories exchanged back and forth. So it's not an easy thing to unwind. But nothing was happening on this war. Literally, the only option that we were given under the previous administration was continue to fund Ukraine for however much they need, for however long it takes. And now you have people actually talking about pathways towards ending it. Now, it's going to take a little bit more work and a little bit more time, but we are making progress. It's not me saying it. That is virtually every leader there today said that in front of the cameras. And they're saying it for a reason, because it's true and they're witnessing it and they've been a part of it.
They are last that I've seen. None of them. There's been no motorcades left the White House yet. So, yeah. So are they brokering a deal? President Trump says yes. We will protect Ukraine, but they're not going to be in NATO. Okay. They're not. So, I mean, it's more of a dog eat dog world. That's what it is. Oh, I did not see this one. I didn't see this one, folks. I'm not here about to play the videos or anything like that. But okay, let's get straight from the horse's mouths. Here we go. Oh my God. This is okay. What you got, Macron? What do you got to say, bro?
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting and for your commitment. And everything was said, but I just have to say here, everybody around this table is in favor of peace. And we work very hard, and we've worked very hard during the past few years to have a peace which is a robust and long-standing peace. This is why the idea of a bilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we would need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter. In order to organize such a trilateral meeting, your idea to ask for a truce or ceasefire, at least to stop the killings, as we discuss, is a necessity. And we all support this idea. And in order to have such a long-standing peace for Ukraine and for the whole continent, we do need these security guarantees. And the first one is clearly a credible Ukrainian army for the years and decades to come. And the second one is our own commitment, all of us. And we worked very hard during the past few months among the coalition of the willings with the support of NATO to build the different pillars of security guarantees and our commitments. And you can be sure that Europeans are very lucid about the fact that they have their fair share in these security guarantees for Ukraine, but their own security is clearly at stake in this situation. So you can count on us as we can count on you in order to deliver this robust peace for both Ukraine and Europe.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So this is, to me, this is where Trump has a ace in the hole, because these countries are not paying their fair share of the GDP. Okay. For their countries, you know, they look for us, the American military and government, to protect their countries. Okay, so Trump's going to turn up the heat. Just saying. Yeah, it's just, it's batshit crazy. It's I'm loving it. I know people get tired of it, just stuff like that, but I do. I like it because that's what I do. I eat and breathe this stuff, folks. Yep, I sure do. Going back to Eric Swaldwell. Y'all remember him? Oh, Eric Swaldwell. Yep. What you got, Eric? What you going to say? So this is the thing about it. They call us crazy, correct? They call us fascists. They call us Nazis. They call us white supremacists. These people, they've lost their freaking ever-loving minds. What you got, Eric? Talk to me. Just talk to me, Eric.
When they go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. That's what we're going to do, because this is about protecting democracy. And right now, as you see, DC has been militarized, and we were weak as Democrats, frankly.
He said, as Democrats, we were weak, but they're going to bury us below the Capitol. You know, there's a video. Well, I say video. People's talking about it. You know, when they start digging for the bald room there at the White House that Trump's going to pay for, or I guess we're going to pay for. I don't know who's going to actually going to pay for it. There's supposedly something that's buried up underneath that. What are they going to be digging at? I don't know. Maybe it's tunnels. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Miss Richie send it to me, because I don't have a clue what you're talking about. So, but yeah. I mean, all right. So this right here is how you know that Ukraine has lost that so-called war. Okay. That we've never seen any actual footage of. Just propaganda is what people put out there, because, you know, there in Ukraine, they make a lot of movies. Have y'all noticed that? Yeah, folks, please go watch Ukraine on Fire from Oliver Stone. You can get it free over there on YouTube. Okay. Or you can go, somebody's probably got it over on Rumble, but if you got it over on, guess who's got it over on Rumble? Gen X Unfiltered. I forget exactly. It was in the 180s episode. It was in the 180s. Yep, because we're actually clicking on up there close to 1,000 episodes now. So just saying. But yeah, you can go over and see it. So, all right. Zelensky was asked this question.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple of years, or are you going to agree to redraw the maps?
Thank you for your question. So, first of all, we live under each day attacks. That today have been a lot of attacks and a lot of wounded people, and the child was dead, small one year and a half. So we need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support American and European partners. And we will do our best for this. So, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, of personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war. And we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
Okay. If you didn't catch all that, because he does have a strong accent, no doubt. He got talking about a child, 1.5 years old. Hey, Zelensky, how many kids you killed, bro? Not you, Zelensky, but you're the leader, right? Okay. Yeah. How many, bro? Yep. Yeah. Dude, I mean, people were sending their kids, their young men and women there from Ukraine to other countries. And now you got 60 years old people fighting a war that Obama started for regime change in 2014. I would highly recommend each and every one of y'all go watch Ukraine on Fire by Oliver Stone. Just saying. There is a lot of, verbiage in there, as far as when I say verbiage, because they speak Ukrainian or Russian and stuff like that. You have to read it, But Oliver Stone done a very fantastic job on that video. That movie, I should say, documentary, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Yep. And if you didn't realize, the Texas Democrats has returned back to Texas. Yep, they have. So I mean, it's just bullshit crazy. And it is what it is. And let me see. All right, so y'all get ready. If they have not already started this, just listen, okay? Just listen. Because I was watching it today. I actually listened to it, and then I grabbed this. And here it is. So you talking about the master troll, which is President Trump. Okay, just listen. Here we go. What you got, Big Daddy?
Legal elections.
So you say
we are ready.
during the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake
You like
news
this
is.
idea?
No, this is
No.
Speaking of news, I got a question.
Okay. So in 3.5 years, if we have war, that the mainstream media has been propping y'all up that Trump's gonna get us in these wars, he's never gonna leave office, right? Wow. Okay. So I love it because but you see Zelensky, he's laughing. He's nervous when he says that. When Trump said that, Zelensky was nervous about it because he called him out. Yep, called him out because the Democrats wanted a war there in Ukraine. Zelensky is now a dictator. Money laundering is going on. The biolabs are there in Ukraine. Child trafficking is going on in Ukraine. Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Ukraine on fire. Just saying, folks. It's just, yeah, I mean, but yeah. So if you realize now that Zelensky was there today, and like I said, I'm keeping a check on this when I keep looking away. No one's left the Oval Office in the motorcade right now. But anyway, that said, y'all remember in February when Trump done a savage move, but he just threw him out of the Oval Office and Zelensky went home. He was told today, you better wear a suit. You better wear a suit, okay? And the person who called him out in February about not wearing a suit, well, that person was called out as well. So it's just humor, folks.
President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks
That
good.
guy said the one that attacked you last time. See, that was I remember.
Yeah, I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit. You see, I changed you.
Maybe yours is much better.
You look fabulous in that suit. Zelensky finally came back if you couldn't hear it because of the laughter. Well, you're wearing the same suit. I've changed, So yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was comical. I see things that's gonna be changing. So yeah. It's all good, folks. It's all good. Yeah. And no need to get a tizzy about all this stuff. It's not. I don't know. People, just in general, just don't do it. Now you got this propaganda right here, okay, going around. It says right here, laughing my effing ass off. Foreigners are claiming that they are Marines and that they will bust any ICE agents that they find. So, yeah, okay. Good luck with that, bro. Okay. But I got to show it to you because this is what the mainstream media is going to run with. Just saying. Yep.
Marín.
Okay.
Y los marines estamos locos. Y ya estuvo suave de que estén chingando las madres en el Valle San Fernando.
Ya, muchas gracias.
Y nos va a valer madre. Son 25 marines que andamos. Los marines estamos locos. Cuando les atravesé la troca ahí, miraron el logo del marín y más vale que se vayan. Porque yo lo reviento.
So they're gonna blame that on Trump. Saying this is Trump's militia. Folks, I'm telling y'all, that's what they're gonna do. They're going. Well, now the military is fighting back against President Trump. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, sir. Yeah. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely crazy. But I do want to share this. I know a lot of people was coming after Tom Massey. You see, I guess yeah. Anyway, he's from Kentucky, and a lot of people want to do this in real life. So I'm going to share this with y'all because basically I would like to do that myself. But this guy right here, like I said, he's taking a lot of heat because he's a no vote pretty much on everything that Trump wants to do for Trump's agenda. This is I like this. The only reason why I picked it up is because it's not because it's politics or anything like that. It's because a lot of people want to do this in real life. So yeah, here you go. What you got?
To get Congressman Thomas Massie going, you can ask him about the national debt. But he's just as eager to talk about the peaches he methodically grows on his Kentucky farm.
I have 15 varieties of peaches, and they each get ripe on a different week. So peach season on this farm in Garrison starts at the end of June and goes all the way through September. This bill dramatically...
In Congress, Massie is often a caucus of one. He's been the only dissenting vote on so much legislation, he's earned the nickname Mr. No. And he lives unlike any other member of Congress, off the grid in a timber frame home he and his late wife Rhonda built using stones and fallen trees from their property.
This is where I recharge my batteries.
And it's where solar panels and a repurposed EV battery provide electricity.
I took a wrecked Model S Tesla, took the battery out of that, disassembled it, and rewired it. So my house has been running off of a Model S Tesla battery for about 8 years.
Massie and Rhonda were high school sweethearts in a town 15 miles away. They graduated from MIT, founded a robotics company, and sold it to move back to Appalachia.
Hey! Hey!
He raises grass-fed cattle.
Some of these are going to freezer camp this fall.
And chickens. One of his inventions protects and moves the grazing poultry 1 inch at a time.
I call it the Klux capacitor. I can be gone for a week and it runs by itself because it's got a microprocessor in it that I wrote the code for, and I can tell it how much I want it to move every day.
Though he lives off the grid, Massie is very much plugged into politics and on President Donald Trump's radar. A self-proclaimed libertarian-leaning Republican, he routinely opposes foreign aid, sanctions on foreign nations, and gun safety measures. He's even voted against making lynching a federal hate crime, saying enhanced penalties for hate endanger liberties like freedom of speech. A fierce deficit hawk, Massie also was one of only 2 GOP House members to oppose the massive Republican tax and spending bill. His defiance upset the president, who vowed to oppose Massie's reelection next year. There might be Kentuckians saying he voted against it for the wrong reasons. We're worried about, Medicaid cuts. What do you say to them?
Well, it's not entirely clear that this is a good bill for Kentucky. If you want to be parochial and talk about rural health care, there are cuts to it there as well. But ultimately, the reason I voted against this bill is because it blows the budget.
Now Massie finds himself aligned with Democrats and seemingly at odds with the White House in demanding the Justice Department release its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I think the American people deserve transparency.
Massie says he's more resolved than ever since Rhonda passed away last year after 30 years of marriage.
Occasionally, I pick up my phone and want to text my late wife because she tracked all of it. She usually knew about it before I did. She tracked all of it closely, and I think she still is.
He says if he wasn't in Congress, he'd be back here, working on his inventions and growing peaches.
The independence that I've created or earned here on the farm, whether it's from the food or the power that it generate, or that I can build a structure with the lumber on the land, that's what enables me to go to Washington, D.C. and say, you don't have anything over on me. Like, you could literally take everything I've got and I can create it again, and I'll be okay.
For now, Massie continues clearing his own path in Congress and down on the farm. In Garrison, Kentucky, Aaron Kelly, Spectrum News.
Well, I thought that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. Like I said, I don't care about his politics or anything like that, but there's a lot of people who want to live off the grid, invent something, and if you choose to sell your company, then do it. Be an entrepreneurist, okay? It's all good. So, yeah. I'm down with that. I don't know about y'all. All right, so, you have people who fight for our Constitution, America. And you have our soldiers, whatever case may be. But I got 2 videos right here, and I thought I had that joker up there. I hope this is the right video. If it's not, it's on me. But anyway, just listen.
What up, America? It's Andrew Jackson, that guy you roll up to hit some powder. I founded the Democrat Party and chose the jackass as our mascot. Now, as you can probably tell, times have changed a bit from the party back in my day, and present-day Democrats will come to hate me, but that's your problem. Jackson started the Democrat Party to appeal to the common man. Democrats today sometimes give him credit for that, but only after calling him an evil white bigot. Needless to say, the party started off pretty sketchy by today's standards. We were by far the pro-slavery party all the way through the Civil War. After the war, we cleaned up our act and supported the North's Reconstruction efforts. Totally kidding, we doubled down on racism and became the party of the Klan. But seriously, we didn't have much of a platform after the war, except Jim Crow, but that was until our boy came in hot on his rollerblades. Then came the Depression. People lost trust in markets, so I wheeled in to drastically expand communism across the country, and Democrats been hooked ever since. Up until this point, blacks had always voted Republican as they were the party that freed the slaves. But after FDR's New Deal, blacks swung 75% Democrat. This was a complete realignment, not because of civil rights, but because of economics. All while the Democrats were still the party of the Klan, and their stronghold was the South. We pushed segregation throughout the South and filibustered the 1964 Civil Rights Act for 75 days. It wasn't until Republicans stepped up and found even more votes to pass the bill. So ask yourself, how are Democrats seen as the party of the civil rights? Well, it's because
Democrats are very persuasive. But again, it ultimately boils down to economic incentives. Once Democrats realize the power of government spending and handouts, you can appeal to any voter group and lock them in.
1, 2, 3.
Gays for Palestine.
Good luck with that. So anyway, to sum it all up, my party has changed a shit ton, but it's not because of the mythical party switch. Democrats controlled the South all the way through the 1990s. But they did adopt new policies like massive social spending and welfare programs that allowed them to appeal to more diverse voting groups.
Yep. 100%, folks. Now, is that taking shots? You see what's happening right now, right? Go back and look at all the division that the Democratic Party is. I'm not going to even say it's the Democratic Party. It's the Liberal Party. Okay, the Liberal Party. They are the ones who have infiltrated the Democratic Party. But everything that AI video said is 100% correct. 100%. And kudos to this young lady right here. Whoo, dude. Now, whether or not she done her own research, I have no idea. Okay? But she lays it down pretty damn good because this is a good one. Here we go.
Time that somebody references the Republican Party to slavery and racism, don't forget to show them this. 13th Amendment abolished slavery. It was 100% Republican support, 23% Democratic support. 14th Amendment gives citizenship to freed slaves, 94% Republican support. 15th Amendment, the right to vote for all, 100% Republican support, 0% Democratic support. The Republican Party was founded in a tiny little schoolhouse in Wisconsin in 1854. The purpose was to stop Democrats from expanding slavery across America. Every American should remember this. And the next time that they blame the white man for only being the one who held their ancestors as slaves, remind them of this guy, Anthony Johnson, the father of American slavery. Anthony Johnson was a black slave owner. Black Americans sold other black Americans as slaves all over the world. And in America, free blacks owned over 10,000 black slaves. I wonder why we never hear about this in the media. In almost every state, including South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Louisiana, free blacks owned as many as 10,000 slaves in 1850. It's important we don't let people forget this, and if you didn't know, now you know. So the next time, like Jasmine Crockett loves to say, the Republican Party is real racist, but black people have conservative views. I wonder why. The reason we can't join the Republican Party is because they're racist. Yeah, send them this video.
Yeah, the time stamp on that right there is 50 minutes, and you go back to 50-minute mark. Booyah. Booyah. I mean, really? Okay. Yeah, they do. They blame everything on Trump. No doubt about that one. But you can't win for losing, folks. That was, it was great information. No doubt about that one. No doubt. So, yeah. Yeah, hoorah. But let me do something right quick. I got to check on something. Y'all know me. I just do things spur of the moment deal. So let's see what we got going on. What? Elon, really? Let me see. Who? Oh, hang on. We got to watch this one. Let me see. I got to read it right now. There you go. So what's the, Minnesota. Y'all have issues. Big issues. No doubt about that one. Wow, this is okay. Yeah. Okay. This guy's running for mayor. Yeah.
Shane, Congresswoman at the Shane.
Yeah.
Sidaan ako sa wada baxnay. Haddaba Umar waa ka xumahayo. Virginia qaboobaa lagu dhalay. Laakiinse waan adopt gareynay. Sidarna wax badan ma joogine.
So these people are bat crazy. Bat crazy. Minnesota. Why? I mean, why are these people fleeing their countries? Like Omar, this guy. Because I'm just asking a question here because I've got the answer. So why? Why don't they stay in their own Muslim countries? Yeah. What? You just did not say that. Yes, I did too. I sure did. Because most of you going to say, well, it's called freedom of religion. And that's true. That's our Constitution, right? Let me see. Our Constitution. That's it. Make sure I put it up there where you can see it. Freedom of religion. Because they want to daggum infiltrate every freaking daggum country that there is. I don't care what your beliefs are. Name of one. Let's go to God Almighty. Jesus Christ himself. So if you want a bunch of Sharia law in all these states here in the United States of America, go to that country and stay there. Just saying. It just wow. Okay. Anyway. Folks, I will be back tomorrow night. And thank y'all for joining me right here tonight. If y'all would, y'all click that thumbs up button on the way out. Instagram, I gotta cut you loose. Gotta cut you loose. Thank y'all for joining me over on Instagram, okay? All right. And let's see. YouTuber. Got to cut you loose as well.